Hi, I'm Ashley. Welcome back to Life Beyond Locks. I feel like I'm starting every video lately apologizing for something. The sun is setting, my neighbor is making noise outside. Like there's just always something going on. And right now it's turned, it was sunny when I filmed my first video. I'm on to my second and now it's cloudy. And I have such a short window every time that I go to film that I can actually do it without a lot of distraction and noise. So when I have everything aligned to hit record, I hit record, and unfortunately sometimes the lighting just doesn't want to cooperate. I have moved my filming to this room because I feel like it has windows on two sides and a door that has some natural light on this side. So I try to get as much natural light as I can, but if it's dark out, it still can look a little dreary. I'll show you what it looks like if I take off my ring light. So you get that, but then there's not as much. It's a grainier picture, I find, because it's darker. So maybe I'll turn the light off at some point as well so you can see the wig in different kinds of conditions. Now everything's wobbly. I apologize for that. If you've been watching me or any other wig reviewers for any given length of time, even if you just started looking into wigs, you're probably already accumulating a wish list, a list of wigs that you might like to purchase one day. At the very least, you'd like to try on and see how they look on you. Some of them are the ones that are at the top that you would get because they're perfect for everyday wear, or maybe you have an event coming up and that would be the perfect wig for that situation. But for sure, we all have the wig list. And this piece has been on my wig list for as long as I can remember, probably 2 years, I would say. Last summer, I won a gift card from Raquel, and I was torn between purchasing this piece or Simmer by Raquel Welch. And I ended up picking Simmer, and I love Simmer. But since that day, I've wondered, should I have gotten Wavy Day instead? And so this piece has been reviewed by so many different reviewers. It's not a new piece by any means. And there's probably a lot better reviews out there that you could watch. But I also know that it's really exciting to see something authentic and somebody else's take on a piece. So whenever I was looking to make purchases very early on, and even today probably, if I was picking out pieces, I would be looking through different reviews to see how pieces look on different people of different heights and face shapes and body types and things like that. So hopefully you get some use out of this video, but I'm taking a look at Wavy Day. It's in the color Iced Cafe Latte. And this color, I have another wig called Pretty Please in this color. And I also have a Gabor piece, Alluring Locks, in this color. And this color is, I love a lot of Raquel Welch shades. I love Shaded Iced Cappuccino. I love Shaded Cappuccino. I love tons of the colors, but this particular color, it feels like it's the closest thing to my bio hair if I got highlights in it. And so I really do love this shade, and I'm really excited to be trying a piece that I've wanted to try for so long in this shade because I think I'm hoping it's going to look really natural on me. That's the hope. We don't know because I haven't tried it on yet. It still has the zigzag part. It's completely unworn, but I'm really, really excited to try it. So Wavy Day is I should also say thank you right away. Thank you to the wig company for sending this over for educational content. They're so amazing. They're directly affiliated with Hair You Wear from what I understand. And if you don't have a company yet that you make purchases from, definitely recommend the wig company. They're really, truly lovely. They're really responsive. They're also like the kings of giveaway, I feel like. They give away so many wigs. They give them away when they do their lives. They give them away routinely. I just did a Mother's Day giveaway with them last year that spanned 5 weeks, I think. We gave away a wig a week for 5 weeks, I think. I mean, that's just incredible. So if you're looking for a company to buy it from, they're pretty competitive. They don't, I shouldn't say they don't ship to Canada. They might ship to Canada, but they do ship in the US and competitive pricing. My code is LOCKS30 if you're interested. And yeah, okay, let's get into it. So Wavy Day is 4.9 ounces. It is a medium density wig, although I think you can really froof it up and make it a lot bigger than that if you wanted. It's labeled as an average size cap, has 12.5 inch front, a 7.5 inch nape, and a 13 inch back. So if you have seen Simmer before, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tag off as I talk here because the tags always get in my way. If you have seen Simmer before, there are a lot of similarities between the two, which is why I can't get this off. I'm trying really hard, but I think I'm gonna have to cut it. Which is why I was torn when I made the purchase between which one to get, because both of them have sort of that mid-length wave to them. Both of them have wefted caps unless you get the Simmer Elite. Just so many similarities, but Wavy Day is a little bit on the longer side, and because I'm petite, or short at least, I thought that Simmer would be better, but now I'm actually thinking I would prefer just a little bit more length that Wavy Day offers. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm gonna speed this up right now. So on the inside, we have silicone lined strips down along the open wefting. So this lowers the price point, these open wefts, rather than a hand-tied cap, but they can add a lot of breathability. There's a lot of benefits to having them. We have our metal ear tabs in there, and we have an extended nape with the Velcro adjusters, which I love. I find Velcro adjusters stay so much better for me than the hook closures. We also have a full monofilament top, so you can part your hair anywhere in this area here. So if you want to do a middle part, a left side part, a right side part, you can do whatever you want. A zigzag part, it's all covered. And you've got temple to temple lace there. Okay, so as it's currently set, it's set to a slightly left side part. So I'm actually going to leave it like that, put it on, and then we'll decide if we want to move the part to a center part or leave it to the side. Oh my gosh. Okay, I really like it. I was pretty nervous that even though it's supposed to be medium density, I was worried that I would put it on and it would feel like a lot more than a medium density, but it doesn't. It feels like a medium density. It fits, it's an average cap, but sometimes I find the average caps can fit me still a little large at 21.25 inch circumference, 11 ear to ear, 12 front to back. But this one, because I cinched it in a little bit and I'm wearing a wig grip, it actually feels very, very secure on my head. Like I could definitely wear this running errands, going around town. Okay, so I'm gonna do a full 360 and then we'll style her together. We'll break up the part. I'm gonna plug in my heat comb and we'll make her pretty together. Okay, so this is my left side where the part is naturally located. So the color, if we can just talk about that for a second, iced cafe latte. I love the iced colors because they lean neutral to ashy, which for me and for some of you for sure is tricky to find in wigs. We tend to see things pull warm often, and so if you do have any ashy tones to you or you just prefer the ashy tones, they can be hard to come by. So that's what makes this color so great. You can still wear it if you lean warm. There's definitely enough warmth in there, but it's just nice to have some ashiness to break it up. It's a beautiful medium brown with these highlights that also are in a shaded root. So the root is subtle. We don't have any harshness to it, which I love. I love a soft root, but I love a root nonetheless, just because I feel like it makes the wig look more realistic. Wigs otherwise can, you know, if you have the highlights right to the lace, it can draw more attention there, but the subtle rooting just makes it look like it's grown out slightly and therefore more natural. I love the dimension of this piece because it will match a variety of women. So if you are a natural brunette who wants to go lighter, this is a great color for you. If you are naturally a little bit more light and you want to go darker, this is going to be great for you because the chances are that your own biological hair, your eyebrows, they're going to pick up on one of the shades in this mix, which is going to really help. The other thing that helps is the waves. When I was losing my hair, I liked to get waves. I have curly hair and I like to leave my hair curly on occasion, and I had highlights in it, and the reason why was because the dimension and then the waves helped to make my hair look a little bit fuller. And so I feel like the dimension in this is going to help to make your hair look a little bit more fuller, even though it's a light to medium density Now it's a medium density piece, but it's also going to help to conceal your own bio hair should you blend it in there. I feel like dimension and waves can help so much. So you can see there's my hair, and even though it's not exactly the same color, you'll never know just because the dimension conceals so much. If I'm going to wear this out of the house, which I will because I love it so much, I'm just going to add a little bit of powder in there, brown powder, to blend the area between my own hair and then the wig's hair. Okay, I don't want to brush this out. Like, part of me wants to loosen up the wave because I want to show you how it can look, and part of me is terrified to do that because I love this wave pattern so darn much. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. I gotta find my comb. It was in front of me a moment ago. Oh, here it is. Now I've got wigs everywhere too, making a mess. Okay, so it's currently situated as a left side part. I think I'll keep it somewhat there just because moving it to the center is going to take a lot more work. So I'm gonna, what's going on here? I feel like okay, the monofilament ends there. So if you are trying to move the part, you're going to want to take a wide tooth comb like this and just go ahead and really break up the existing part line that comes with it, which is that zigzag. I heard the reason for that. Now I can't remember what it was, why they do the zigzag part. It has something to do with keeping the shape of the wig during transport and in boxing, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna do a really light comb because, as I said, I like the wave and I don't want to ruin it. Now, if I do end up losing some of it, I can just wet the hair and that curl will come back. So that is a nice thing. And I wouldn't just wet it with water, although you can. I do have a water bottle here beside me and I can show you how to do that. But I would also be wetting it with a little bit of detangling spray just to keep it really in the best shape that you can. Keep those fibers looking good. Now this is a heat-friendly synthetic, which means you are going to have to apply heat to it in order to keep it looking its best over time. Those fibers are going to be softer. They're going to look more realistic than a standard synthetic, but they also do require heat to keep them looking their best. So when they start to get crunchy, you can take your hot comb. I'm going to bring mine over in a second to work on this front piece. But like, let's say it's just the ends right back here where it's rubbing on your shirt that get a little crunchy. You're going to want to take your heat comb and brush through, first of all, using a wide tooth comb. Make sure that you brush every time you wear very gently, but then you can take your heat comb and just do the area that is getting crunchy or frayed. But if you do need to eventually do a whole restyle, you can straighten these curls if you want. You can add more curls, or you can just restyle it using a wide barreled curling iron to keep this look in place. And I have some videos on that, but if you would like an isolated tutorial on how to apply heat to a heat-friendly synthetic, let me know and I'll get that up ASAP. Okay, I'm gonna grab my heat comb and I'm gonna deal with this little bit of face flopping in the front. Not too much, because I actually like when hair flops forward a little bit, but I'm just gonna show you how you could handle it if you did want this to be back up off the face. But I actually prefer it because if the lace gets dirty in time for my makeup and things like that, it will become increasingly visible until it gets washed. But by having the hair falling forward like this, I don't need to worry about it. Okay, so I've been looking at this piece and I've decided I actually don't want to change it. I really like it the way it is, but I'm going to show you how I would go about changing this if I wanted to change it. So out of the box, we've done nothing but really separate that part, show that that part is there, define it. And I'm actually going to define it a little bit more using some powder just to show you what that would look like. Sorry, I'm very close to the camera right now. So after I've separated the part area with a wide tooth comb, I go in with a little bit of powder, and I'm just using right now a Rimmel face powder because that's what I have down here for this purpose. But you can use eyeshadow, you can use whatever pressed powder you have handy, and then kind of brush it in like that. You can use a spoolie to really get it in there, and you can also put scar tape on the underside of the wig to create a really clear and crisp part line. But let's say I did want to make changes to this. Let's say that I did want to move that part line to the middle and really push it down on each side, or I wanted to get rid of this face flopping. I would take my hot comb. Now I'm going to be careful because it's actually hot. I've unplugged it, but it's still quite warm. And then I would, starting at a lower heat and working my way up, be combing the hairs back and away from the face. And as I do that, I'm going to press and hold them into place. So the reason that we need to do that, it's just like when you're curling your own biological hair. If you go to curl your hair with a curling wand or curling iron and then you let go of the curl, what happens? It often falls, right? Which is why hot rollers, old school hot rollers, are so awesome, because you would leave them in your hair until your hair cooled completely. You take the hot roller out and your hair maintains that curl shape. So these fibers are the same thing. They're plastic. And so in order to get them to hold, we're actually melting the fibers and then letting them cool in place. You can already see when I let go there how that stayed right up. So that's not actually my personal preference. So I'm not going to do any more work on it, because you can see how well just that single swipe with the comb and then holding it in place actually gave lift at the front there. But it's a lift that I don't really want. So I'm going to let it flop forward. I'm going to push it down into place, and away I go. And as I said, if you want, you can give it a little bit of water, or you can use some of the Raquel Welch products, which smell amazing, by the way, to give your wig a little bit of detangling help, and then also redefine the curl. So you can already see here where I had kind of played with it from breaking up the part. It was getting just a little bit kind of frizzier looking, but then by going in with water, shaking it up and letting it air dry, and it won't take long to dry at all. It dries a lot faster than human hair. I will have immediately redefined kind of curls there. So there we go. This is Wavy Day. Thanks for hanging in there. If you're still here, this video got to be quite long, and honestly, I'm not even sure that I got in all the information that I intended to get in there. This is part of what happens when I hit record and I'm really looking at a piece for the first time with you. I'm just kind of talking through what I'm seeing, and that's not as polished and perfect as I imagine these videos to be, but it's also what I would want to see, because for a long time I got so tired of seeing videos where the wig has already been, you know, put into place, the person has worn it, the part has been moved. Like, I wanted to see it from start to finish. So hopefully this is helpful for you. And if you're finding that it's not, or there's something that you want to see, or there's something that I'm not covering that you are hoping for me to cover, please let me know. And of course, the nicest way possible, because I promise I will always try to be nice to you as well. But it is helpful, because at the end of the day, I want you to come here, watch videos, and feel like you are getting information that is helpful for you, that you're getting support where you need support, and that you're feeling when you click out of this, like, yes, I got something out of that. So please let me know if there's anything that you need from me that I can possibly cover in these videos, and I will do my best to make it happen. One more look at Wavy Day, so cute. Thank you to the wig company for sending this piece over. She's absolutely beautiful. And this is going to go down for me as the everyday piece that can also be, you know, the updo in the evening, the date night piece. It's the everything piece. It's the everything piece. It could be the work piece. I mean, it's amazing. Anyways, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for being here.